The UN Security Council is voting on a Gaza ceasefire. The United States is expected to veto the vote. Arab nations are putting the ceasefire resolution to a vote despite knowing it will be vetoed by the US. The move is aimed at showing broad global support for ending the Israel-Hamas war. US Ambassador to the UN, Linda Thomas-Greenfield, confirmed that the vote will be vetoed. She says it may interfere with ongoing US efforts to arrange a ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas. That deal could see at least a 6-week halt to hostilities and the release of all hostages. In a surprise move ahead of the vote, the United States circulated a rival UN Security Council resolution that would support a temporary ceasefire in Gaza linked to the release of all hostages and call for the lifting of all restrictions on the delivery of humanitarian aid. I'm Karen Chamas.
The Kremlin's pushing back against accusations that President Putin had opposition leader Alexei Navalny killed. Moscow saying this morning that those verbal attacks are unfounded and insolent. Now to California and that fierce weather.
A wet winter storm has been drenching California, closing a regional airport and trapping people in swollen rivers. It brought clouds, rain, gusty winds, high seas, and snow at elevation. There are flood watches and winter storm warnings across the state until Wednesday. Santa Barbara Airport, set in a flat plain surrounded by creeks, closed Monday after runways flooded. I'm Jennifer King.
The first federal trial over a hate crime based on gender identity is beginning today in South Carolina, where a man faces charges that he killed a black transgender woman and then fled to New York. Home Depot sales are sliding as its customers feel the sting of high mortgage rates and inflation. Sales at stores open at least a year fell 3.5%. This is AP News. It may be the brightest object in the universe, say astronomers. The AP's Lisa Dwyer.
Scientists say what they once classified as a star is actually a quasar, with a black hole at its heart, growing so fast that it swallows the equivalent of a sun a day. The record-breaking quasar shines 500 trillion times brighter than our sun. The black hole powering the quasar is more than 17 billion times more immense than our sun. While the quasar resembles a mere dot in images, scientists envision it's a ferocious place. The rotating disk around the quasar's black hole is like a cosmic hurricane, with luminous swirling gas and other matter gobbled up from stars. The quasar has been around since the early days of the universe and is 12 billion light years away. It might be comforting to know that just 1 light year is 5.8 trillion miles. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
And I'm Rita Foley, AP News.
Agriculture plays a huge part in our everyday lives, from food that we eat to the fibers in our clothes. If it weren't for the agricultural programs such as FFA, we wouldn't have the resources that we do, and that's one reason Derek and Randy Hubbs of Hubbs Tire Center and their families are proud to support the Salem chapter in all that they do.
Every day, Cintas service reps help businesses get ready for the workday. They provide freshly laundered workwear delivered every week. Mats, mops, restroom and cleaning supplies. First aid and safety products to help your employees stay safe. They even test and inspect fire extinguishers and emergency lights. Cintas helps keep your business running smoothly. See what Cintas can do for you. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Life is a series of moments. Big moments, small moments, moments you want to bottle up so they can last forever. At Edward Jones, we want to make the most of all of them. Whether you're planning for a trip of a lifetime, retirement, or just need some everyday advice along the way. That's why an Edward Jones financial advisor like me works with you to build strategies for today and tomorrow. Life is for living. Let's partner through all of it. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Leah Nash. Call me or Joe Brand at Edward Jones, 573-729-3831. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
At the KSMO studios, your hometown radio station, KSMO Radio. Let's take a look at that weather situation right now. Our skies are clear. We do have a pretty nice morning, actually, in store for us. A little bit cool, but not too bad as far as weather-wise is concerned. Clear skies. We have a high expected today about 63, 64 degrees with southerly winds 5 to 10. Tonight, the skies remain clear, low of 40 with southerly breezes 5 to 10. Partly sunny comes Wednesday, close to 70 for the high. Don't think we're going to quite reach it here in our area. They will out west, but I don't think we're going to get to it here. It'll be real close. Winds will be southerly on Wednesday at 10 to 15 and gusting up to 25. And then we'll have some clouds rolling in by late Wednesday afternoon through Wednesday night. We'll have a 3 in 10 chance of rain developing after midnight Wednesday night, low of 49. Southerly winds will be picking up throughout the day at 12 to 20 miles an hour, gusting up to 25. Rain is a good possibility on Thursday, and there could even be an embedded thunderstorm in that rain. We will also have gaps in that shower activity with partly sunny skies as well. We're going to warm up to about 65. Winds in the morning at 10 to 15. By the afternoon, we'll be shifting around to the northwest, probably late afternoon, though. And the chance of getting that rain, 60%. Then for Thursday night, still have a lingering chance, about a 50-50 chance of some rain till about 7 or 8 o'clock. Clearing up after that, low of 36. Sunny Friday, high of 58. Clear Friday night, low of 34, and Saturday sunny with a high of 58 degrees. Currently here at KSMO Radio, your hometown radio station. We're going to call it 28 degrees. Real close to 29, though. Winds are still out of the south at 4 miles an hour. 86% is our relative humidity, and the pressure climbing 30.20 inches here at KSMO Radio. We invite you to stay put. We have local news on the way. We also hope you stick around for weather and sports and all that good stuff still coming up in your 7 o'clock hour, whether you're listening in on AM 1340, FM 95.7, or you're streaming with us at KSMOradio.com or KSMO Stream Facebook or KSMO YouTube. We appreciate you being along for the ride with us on KSMO. Back in 90 seconds with that news right after this.
Agriculture plays a big part in our everyday lives, from fibers in our clothes to the foods that we eat. If it weren't for agricultural programs such as FFA, we wouldn't have the resources that we do, and that's one reason Roberts Judson and the staff are proud to support the Salem FFA chapter. Roberts Judson at 302 East 4th Street in Salem.
Making an Impact, sponsored by Grainger. This McDonald's employee says NFL star Jason Kelsey is more than just a football player to her. He's a friend.
The joy that he brings me, it's like it kind of fills the void. If this is his last rodeo with us, I wish him all the best. And if he's got one more left in him, that's even better.
For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers professional-grade supplies and solutions made for every industry and backed by product experts. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
Hey, all you high school juniors, with a few well-placed words, there's an adventure at hand awaiting for you. It's the Intercounty Youth Contest, and you could win an all-expense-paid trip to Washington, D.C. or Jefferson City. And all you have to do is write a 250 to 500-word essay on who is one of your role models and why are they important to you. For more information about the Youth Tour Contest, contact your school or Intercounty Electric Member Services at 866-621-3679.
Right here, KSMO 735. It's Tuesday, February 20th. Time for news. Local news brought to you as a courtesy of all of us at KSMO Radio. My name is Dan Stevens. Appreciate you being along. Hope your day is going to be a good one on this 20th day of February. As we get ready for that news, the sun's going to be out pretty much all day today, so a beautiful day the Lord has given us. Let's hope it's a good one for you as well, all day long. Let's get to that news. In news, Salem Memorial Hospital Board of Directors will hold their regular meeting at 6 this evening in the hospital library. Interim Administrator Jason Edwards will give his report before the board hears a summary of operations for the month of January, as well as statistics for the month. The board will hear about the 340B drug program, receive the Chief Nursing Officer report, and be updated on human resources. The board will discuss the state matching fund update, as well as strategic planning before they discuss the medical staff bylaw review. The board may then vote to go into closed session. The Salem Memorial Hospital Board of Directors meeting is tonight at 6 at the hospital library. That meeting is open to the public. To attend the meeting electronically, contact the hospital administration office at 729-6626, extension 4005. Highway 72 in Reynolds County will be reduced down to one lane today, starting at 9 this morning and lasting until 2 in the afternoon, as the Missouri Department of Transportation crews will be performing pavement repairs. This section of roadway, located from Reynolds County Road 924 to Route 8 near Bunker, will be getting the attention today. Then tomorrow on Route KK in Reynolds and Iron counties, that road will be reduced to one lane on Wednesday from 8 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon. Crews will be performing pavement repairs there as well. Both of these projects will be weather permitting. It looks like the weather, though, is going to be pretty good for both days. Both work zones will be marked with signs. Motorists are being urged to use extreme caution while traveling near the area. For additional information, contact MoDOT's Customer Service Center toll-free, 888-ASK-MoDOT, 888-275-6636. You can also visit modot.org/southeast. The Denton County Sheriff's Department has released several reports. On Sunday, February 11th, deputies responded to the 2000 block of Denton County Road 4110 for a reported burglary. A 68-year-old Salem man told deputies that an unknown person or persons had tampered with items in and around his barn and stolen the keys to his tractor. Information was taken for that report. That same day, a deputy responded to the 1000 block of Denton County Road 6370 the report of a stolen chainsaw. The victim, a 54-year-old Salem man, told officers that a known subject had removed a chainsaw from a shed on his property without permission. The chainsaw was recovered, and the investigation is ongoing. The next day, Monday, February 12th, a deputy conducted a traffic stop on West Franklin Street. The driver of the vehicle, a 35-year-old Salem man, was arrested on an active warrant and for driving while his license was suspended and revoked. The man was transported to the Denton County Jail and incarcerated. The next day, deputies conducted a traffic stop on Highway 68. During the course of that stop, the driver, a 37-year-old Salem woman, was found to be in possession of a controlled substance. She was taken into custody and charges will be filed. Finally, on Thursday, February 15th, deputies responded to Tater Sporting Goods on Highway 19 after observing a wanted subject at that location. A 24-year-old Salem man was taken into custody and transported to the Denton County Jail, where he was incarcerated on the warrant. Additional charges are pending against the subject. Contact the Denton County Sheriff's Department at 729-3241 if you have information regarding any ongoing investigation. The Salem Memorial Hospital Foundation sponsoring the return of Dancing with the Salem Stars this Saturday at the Salem High School Gym. 7 couples are scheduled to perform, including Brett Capps and Shelley Bland, Melissa Ragsdale and Lane Hayes, Lancer Blair and Kim Moser, Rosalie Wright and Cameron Greener, Tiara Lewis and Skidder Lewis, Shannon Wright and Paige Dowdry, and April Greener and Caleb Shepard. Sierra Connell will dance solo in a competition. The Salem Academy of Dance will also have 5 performances during the show, featuring 2 tap routines and 3 jazz routines. Advance tickets for a floor seat are $20 or $25 at the door, if any remain. Bleacher tickets will be available for $10 at the door. To get your tickets in advance, to sponsor a table, or for more information, call Hannah Harris at 573-729-5917, extension 4005, or email her at hharris@smdh.net. The doors will open at 6:30. The dancing starts at 7, and the money raised from the event will go toward needed improvements as well as capital improvement. And Denton County Assessor Jamie Homemeyer is reminding everyone your annual assessment forms that list your personal and business property for the year 2023 are due on Friday, March 1st. That's next Friday. These forms must be in the Denton County Assessor's office by that day or postmarked by that day to avoid paying a penalty. You may drop off your assessment list at the assessor's office at the courthouse. They are open from 8 in the morning until 4:30 in the afternoon weekdays. There's also a drop box on the front lawn of the courthouse for your convenience if you can't make it by until after hours. You can also mail in your assessment list forms, but make sure you have the postal clerk postmark your envelope just in case it doesn't get put in the mail that day. You can also e-file your assessment list form online. Just follow the instructions on the assessment form that you did receive in the mail. Now, if you lost your assessment form or you never did get one, or maybe you're new to the area, Additional blank forms are available at the Denton County Assessor's Office. It's located inside the Denton County Courthouse. The penalty for not getting in your assessment form on time is determined at $10 per every $1,000 of assessed valuation, with a maximum penalty of $100 if you have an assessed valuation of $10,000 or more. A quick reminder for those who like to file their form online, you can do so. You can e-file that form all the way through April 30th. Now, if you have any questions or need assistance with the online form, call Denton County Assessor Jamie Holmeyer at the Denton County Courthouse, 729-6010, or stop by during regular business hours at the corner of Highway 19 and 4th Street in downtown Salem. We've got sports next. It's up right after this.
FCS Financial, with you every step of the way.
Choosing the right crop insurance for your farm operation shouldn't be overwhelming. That's why FCS Financial makes it easy with a dedicated team of crop insurance specialists who can help you find the best solutions to protect your operation. And it's this dedication and experience that makes FCS Financial experts at finding solutions for each unique situation. You're more than a policy. We take the time to get to know you, your operation, and your needs. Whether you're a seasoned producer or just beginning, we have the tools you need to help you manage your risk and keep business running smoothly. FCS Financial, growing relationships, creating opportunities. Closing date for spring policies is March 15th. Contact your FCS Financial crop insurance expert at myfcsfinancial.com or call 800-444-3276.
FCS Financial, with you every step of the way.
An equal opportunity provider.
Here at KSMO Radio, your hometown radio source. In sports, our Salem boys basketball Tigers will be hosting St. Clair tonight at 5:30. That will be at the SHS gym, starting with a JV game, followed by the varsity contest. Salem varsity is 12-12 overall. St. Clair 6-16 going into this game. Game can be heard live on KSMO Radio and video streamed on KSMO Media starting around 6:45, beginning with Tiger Talk and Coach Jared Patterson. St. Louis Blues took on the Toronto Maple Leafs yesterday in an afternoon matinee game from the Enterprise Center. Alex Ferrario has that report. Alex?
Yesterday, the Blues played in Game 3 of their 4-game homestand as they welcomed in the Maple Leafs for an afternoon matchup. No goals scored in the first period. Second period, though, was where the offense kicked in. 22 seconds in, Matthew Nyes capitalized on a St. Louis turnover in their own zone, but the Blues would even it up on the power play. Brandon Saad's 15th of the season before the period would end. In the third, Kyrou took a high-sticking penalty off the opening faceoff. Austin Matthews picked up his 49th of the season to give Toronto the 2-1 lead. And then on the power play, the Blues would give up an odd man rush and a shorthanded goal to William Nylander. They would strike before the end of the game to make it a 1-goal deficit. Torrey Krug with the goaltender pulled, but then Bobby McMahon would net the empty netter as the Blues fall to the Maple Leafs 4-2. Their 24th loss on the season. They wrap up the homestand on Thursday against the Islanders. 7 o'clock puck drop, 6:30 pregame skate on the St. Louis Blues radio network.
And you'll hear that game right here on KSMO Radio Thursday night. Missouri Tigers will host Tennessee tonight at 5:30. The game will not be heard on KSMO due to Salem Tigers basketball. Missouri has lost 12 games in a row. They're 8-17 on the year. Missouri's 0-12 in the SEC Conference. The St. Louis Cardinals' first preseason game will be this Saturday against the Miami Marlins. Though, going to be a very busy day with sports on Saturday. We'll have Missouri in the morning and Blues to follow, and then the Cardinals' first preseason game will actually delay the broadcast of that until 6:30 on Saturday night. And that will do it right here on KSMO for a look at news and sports, brought to you as a courtesy of all of us at KSMO. It's 7:45, and time for the Daily Investment Report. This comes from Friday of last week. The Daily Investment Report brought to you as a courtesy of the offices of Joe Brand and Leah Nash of Edward Jones. Edward Jones Brokerage, helping people with their investment needs. They can help you, too. Get in touch with them today at 729-3831 or drop by 907 South Pershing. Now our Daily Investment Report from Friday, and Teresa Whalen. Teresa?
This is Teresa Whalen bringing you the Daily Financial Market Report on behalf of financial advisors Joe Brand and Leah Nash and also Edward Jones. Today's U.S. equities closed lower. The Dow closed down 145 points to close at 38,628. The NASDAQ closed down 131 points to close at 15,776. The S&P closed down 24 points to close at 5,006. And in the bond market, 10-year Treasury yields are trading at 4.28%. The price of crude oil was up 70 cents to close at $78.29, and the spot price of gold was up $9.30 to close at $2,024.20. For stocks of local interest, we have Ameren Corporation at $69.51, down 3 cents. AT&T $16.97, down 12 cents. Boeing $203.89, down $1.44. Dollar General $141.50, up $6.46. ExxonMobil $103.73, and that is unchanged. McDonald's $292.02, up 16 cents. Microsoft $404.06, down $2.50. PepsiCo $166.32, down $1.54. Pfizer $27.62, down. That's up 11 cents. Procter & Gamble $157.51, up 50 cents. U.S. Bancorp $41.49, down 6 cents, and Walmart $170.36, up $1.07. This has been today's financial market report brought to you on behalf of Edward Jones, member SIPC, and financial advisors Joe Brand and Leah Nash, serving individual investors with personalized attention and financial advice at 907 South Pershing right here in Salem, Missouri, to bringing you this Wall Street to Main Street report.
Thank you, Teresa. And don't forget to join us again this afternoon, right around 5:30, 5:35, or tomorrow morning, 7:40 to 7:45, the daily investment report from the offices of Joe Brand and Leah Nash of Edward Jones right here in Salem. Feel free to get in touch with them to talk to them about more information about investing. Could be something as simple as a CD or maybe an IRA, or it could be a little bit more intense. Maybe you're looking at municipal bonds. Maybe you're thinking about treasury bills. Maybe you're thinking about something else, 401k, whatever it might be, or other types of investments too. Get in touch with Joe or Leah today at 729-3831, or feel free to stop by at 907 South Pershing. Joe Brand, Leah Nash of Edward Jones, member SIPC. At KSMO, coming back with weather next. It's up in 90 seconds.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Why is the grass always greener on the other side of the fence? Well, they fertilize with Dent County Farm Supply Fertilizer. The plant is located on Highway 72 across from the concrete plant. They have fertilizer, ammonium nitrate, and micronutrients, and they also have herbicides and seeds, as well as custom fertilizer and lime spreading services. Plus, Dent County Farm Supply at 1716 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard here in Salem is now offering John Deere financing, and they can handle all of your animal needs. For more information about fertilizer or feed, call 453-2920.
Protecting our kids is second nature, and in the blink of an eye, they're all grown, and protecting them gets a bit harder. But you can start protecting their future now from HPV cancers by getting them the HPV vaccine by the CDC recommended age of 11 or 12. The Missouri Immunization Coalition reminds you to talk to your child's doctor about HPV and how the HPV vaccine is proven, safe, and effective cancer prevention. Protecting our kids is second nature, even when they're all grown up. Start now with the HPV vaccine. Learn more at moimmunize.org.
At KSMO, it's now time for weather on Operation Weather Watch. Complete summary of weather in the region and KSMO listening area. In the wake of the upper-level shortwave that moved through the region overnight, clearing occurred behind that shortwave. Southerly surface winds are in place on the western side of the trough, and morning lows were warmer on that side, in the mid-30s in that side of the state. On the western side, in our area, still into the 20s. Now, tonight and into the rest of the day today, the upper level ridge will begin to move over the Central Plains and through the Ozarks. Southerly surface winds will continue. We'll have a low-level warm air and moisture advection through tonight. Temperatures should warm up into the low to mid-60s across the area, with overnight lows falling into the upper 30s. Then Wednesday, the upper-level ridge axis will shift over the area with low-level warm advecting continuing into our area, with the highs expected more into the mid to upper 60s, low 70s out west. And then Wednesday night and Thursday night, we'll have a broad upper-level trough begin to move. This surface low will come across the plains and into the Ozarks by Thursday morning. A low-level jet will develop ahead of the low pressure focused across northern Arkansas. This could provide some lift across portions of southern Missouri. Showers and thunder showers from late Wednesday night into early Thursday morning are anticipated. The front and the upper wave should push through the area during the day Thursday, with convection shifting east across the area. The instability is expected to be primarily ahead of the frontal boundary, with thunderstorm chances ending in the wake of the boundary's passage, with rain clearing the area by early evening Thursday. Highs on Thursday are expected to be in the low to middle 60s. A little bit cooler air will filter into the region behind that front, thanks to a brief period of northwesterly flow aloft. So for Thursday night, our lows will dip back into the 30s and not quite as warm on Friday. Now, Friday into Sunday, that northwesterly flow will be around, but the upper level ridging will start to build back into our area over the weekend. So after Friday's cool down, we'll start to move back towards the low 60s on Saturday and possibly even close to 70 by Sunday. So it looks like a pretty decent weekend for a change. We've had a couple of rainy ones the past two. 56 our high yesterday with 24 the low. Normal high 51, normal low 29. Record high 77. That was set in 2016. 7 the record low in 1918. Yesterday we had no rain. For the month we're standing at 9/10, while an inch and, well, we're going to call it 1 and 11/20ths of an inch would be more than likely. It was our normal. Since January 1st, though, we've had 6 3/4 of an inch of rain or precipitation. 4 and 1/12 would be normal. Sunrise 6:49 this morning, 5:50 the time of sunset. The extended forecast Saturday, Sunday, Monday, calling for that sunshine. As we mentioned, about 58 or so on Saturday, but warming up to Sunday near 70. Clear skies and a low of 40 Saturday night into Sunday. And then Sunday night we'll have clear skies, a low about 45, with more sunshine expected Monday. And again, right near 70 degrees for a high. That local forecast and our current conditions, they're next in a moment.
The Cardinals magazine, the care and quality of its presentation, the thick paper, the glossy photographs, and photographs from Stan Musial to Lou Brock to Jim Edmonds to the present-day players, the Cardinal tradition, the history. It will put you right there in Busch Stadium behind home plate like no other magazine. And it's easy to start a subscription. Just call 314-345-9000 or visit cardinals.com/magazine.
Forecast does call for sunshine today and lots of it, high of 65 degrees. Winds out of south of 5 to 10. Then tonight, clear skies with a low of 40. We will have southerly breezes 5 to 10. Wednesday, partly sunny, warming up to about 68. We could possibly touch 70. Winds will be southerly at 10 to 15. And still gusting up to about 20 to 25. By Wednesday, late afternoon and night, we'll have clouds roll in. 3 in 10 chance of some rain developing after midnight. Low of 49, with southerly winds at about 10 to 15 and still gusting up to 25. Rain's likely in the morning Thursday and possibly into the early afternoon. There could even be a thunderstorm embedded in there. Then partly sunny skies in the afternoon, a high of 65. Winds southerly at 10 to 15 will be moving to the northwest in the afternoon. We could see winds gusting still up to 25. That chance of precipitation, especially Thursday morning, is 60%. Now, there's going to be another little system that'll pull through Thursday evening, providing us with a 50-50 chance of some light scattered showers through the early evening hours. Should all be done by 8 o'clock at night. It'll clear out after that with the low of 36, and then Friday sunny with 58 for the high. Currently at KSMO Radio, it has been a pretty beautiful sky this morning, but it has been a little bit cold. We're at 30 degrees right now. Our winds are coming out of the south at 3 miles an hour. We do have right now at KSMO 86% relative humidity. And with the pressure climbing at 30.22 inches, it feels like 26 right now at KSMO with those clear blue skies. And there you have it, a look at what's going on in the world of weather, brought to you as a courtesy of all of us right here at KSMO Salem, your hometown radio station. Civic happenings are next. That's coming your way right after this 90-second break.
For more than 50 years, farmers have tuned in to listen to Brownfield market news on their local radio stations. Today, Brownfield's in-depth market information is available on multiple platforms. Viewers can sign up for Brownfield's weekly commodity market update e-newsletter delivered on Tuesday afternoons. Visit previous programs or submit questions for the next show by visiting Weekly Commodity Market Update at brownfieldagnews.com.
Agricultural education and FFA give young people the knowledge, skills, and experience they need to become leaders with a vision for themselves and their nation. They are prepared not only for careers in science, business, and technology in agriculture, but also for success in life. Join Napa Auto Parts Store in Salem in saluting the Salem FFA chapter for FFA Week.
This is Cardinals broadcaster Ricky Horton. Soon enough, the boys of summer will be back and on the fields in Jupiter, Florida. Spring Training 2024. It'll be another season of the home runs, the hits, and the unforgettable moments. We will have you covered and will be with you from the first pitch to the final out, right here on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar.
Cardinal Baseball on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO.
Here at your hometown radio station, KSMO, it is 7:58, top of the hour time, brought to you by Doug Wisdom and Wisdom Financial Services. Again, when questions arise about getting set up for the future, could be a retirement plan, might be some investment strategies you may want to change, get in touch with Doug, 729-7508. A member of Emeritus, Doug Wisdom and Wisdom Financial Services. Civic Records next, brought to you by Southtown Furniture on Highway 19 South. Their major sales event was extended. It's going on through this week. You do not have an excessive amount of time to take advantage of these great values. Nope. Excessive may have been maybe the wrong term. You have a limited amount of time. How about that? So don't let the specials, don't let the values, don't let the savings slip you by. Don't pass me by. Don't make me cry. Don't make me blue. Let me tell you, head on down to Southtown Furniture. It will be well worth your time to check out the appliances, the accessories, the beautiful furniture, the floor covering, the bedding. Oh, yeah, it's all there waiting for you. All you need to do is make the effort to stop on by 1601 South Highway 19. Can't get by today? Well, that's okay. I mean, they're going to be there all week with these fantastic values. But you can browse online at SouthtownFurnitureSalem.com. It's true. You can go there. It doesn't cost you a thing to take a look around. And if you have a question or you see something there on the page that maybe you can't get enough information about, call them. 729-3422. Southtown Furniture in Salem. Truly where the bargains are. Teresa White of Salem passed away on Friday, February 16th at the age of 90. Funeral services for Teresa White will be at 1 o'clock Wednesday afternoon at the Salem Chapel of James and Gar Mortuary. Visitation for family and friends will be held from 11 Wednesday morning until service time. Interment will be in the North Lawn Cemetery. Teresa White is survived by children Donna Young of Rolla, Jim White and wife Lacey of Salem, John White of St. James, and Janet Talent and husband Mark from Warrenton, Missouri, as well as 6 grandchildren. Memorials may be made to the Grace Community Church or the St. James Living Center. Cards are available, and all the arrangements are under the direction of the James and Gar Mortuary of Salem for Teresa White, whose funeral services will be on one Wednesday at the Salem Chapel of James and Gar Mortuary. Amanda Malone of Salem passed away Friday, February 16th at the age of 50. A memorial service for Amanda Malone will be 7 o'clock Wednesday evening at the Rolla Chapel of James and Gar Mortuary. Visitation for family and friends will be held prior to the service from 5 until 7 on Wednesday night. Amanda Malone is survived by her husband, Barry of the home, parents Mancarlo Hernandez of Rolla and Juana Hernandez of Jefferson City, children Pablo Casados of Rolla, Kevin Casados of St. James, and Brianna Hernandez of the home. Siblings, Jose Gamex of Mexico, Sergio Gamex of Texas, Jesus Gamex of Jefferson City, and Aurelia Gamex of Jefferson City, plus 4 grandchildren. All the arrangements are under the direction of the James and Gar Mortuary of Rolla for Amanda Malone, whose memorial services will be held at 7 o'clock. That'll be Wednesday evening at the Rolla Chapel of James and Gar Mortuary. Leonard Ray Sutton of Salem passed away on Sunday, February 18th at the age of 84. Funeral services for Leonard Ray Sutton will be Friday afternoon at 1 at the Wilson Mortuary Salem Chapel. Visitation will be held from 11 in the morning until service time Friday at the chapel. Burial will be in the Polk Memorial Cemetery. Leonard Ray Sutton is survived by his wife, Joan Sutton of Salem, children Rich Sutton and wife Chandra of Salem, Don Sutton and wife Serena of Bunker, and Susie Heineman and husband Bart of Georgetown, Indiana. A brother Harold Sutton and wife Sue of Ravenden Springs, Arkansas, and 7 grandchildren and 2 great-grandchildren, and a host of nieces, nephews, and friends. Memorials may be made to the Polk Memorial Cemetery. Envelopes are available, and all the arrangements are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem for Leonard Ray Sutton, whose funeral services will be held at 1 o'clock Friday afternoon at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Coulter James Walker V, an infant, entered into heaven Wednesday, February 14th in Houston. Funeral services for Coulter James Walker V will be held at 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon in the Wilson Mortuary Salem Chapel, with visitation from 1 until 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon at the chapel. Burial will be in the Dry Fork Cemetery. Baby Coulter survived by his parents Logan and Caitlin of Salem, grandparents Joanne and Darrell Fisk of Salem, Melissa Young of Licking, Travis Ivexix of Salem, Jimmy Walker and Bonnie Brooks of Salem, and Brittany and Austin Shelton of Salem. Great-grandparents Billy and Lisa Miller of Salem, and Jim and Rita Walker of Salem, as well as a host of aunts, uncles, and extended family. Memorial contributions may be made to help provide a memorial stone. Envelopes are available, and all arrangements are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem for Coulter James Walker V, whose funeral services will be at 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon at the Wilson Mortuary Salem Chapel. Tessa Sherry Dees of Columbia passed away February 9th in Columbia at the age of 32. Private family services for Tessa Sherry Dees will be held at a later date. All the arrangements are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Tessa Sherry Dees is survived by a daughter, Kaya Wimberly of Columbia, father Tommy Dees, and half-siblings Tommy Jr. and Belinda, plus aunts and uncles, Rita Fisher and husband Don of Leesburg, Elaine Chandler of Viburnum, Chris Conley and wife Trish of Salem, Anita Richmond and husband Bill of Salem, Becky Lowe and husband Ronnie of Texas, and Paula Conley of Salem, as well as a host of cousins, extended family, and friends. Again, all the arrangements are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem for Tessa Sherry Dees, whose private family services will be held at a later date. More of our Civic Record is next when we return in a moment.
Southtown Furniture.
Let me tell you about Southtown Furniture's major sales event. It's their biggest inventory ever at Southtown Furniture, where they have in-stock furniture and mattresses from one end of the building to the other and from wall to wall. You're not going to believe this, but Southtown Furniture is offering 10 to 60% discounts on their already low everyday prices. Southtown Furniture accepts Visa and MasterCard, and you can also ask them about layaway plans. Don't miss this big sales event going on right now at Southtown Furniture, where they've been serving the smart shopper since 1922, Highway 19 South, right here in Salem.
The best selection, you'll agree, with satisfaction guaranteed. Southtown Furniture, where the bargains are.
Continuing with our Civic Record, the Knights of Columbus Fish Fry will be held again this Friday and every Friday all the way up through March the 22nd at the Sacred Heart Parish Hall on MacArthur from 4 until 7. The menu features fried fish, hush puppies, coleslaw, baked beans, green beans, French fries, dessert, and drink. It's an all-you-can-eat fish fry at the Sacred Heart Parish Hall, and everyone is invited. Adults, it's $15 per adult for all you can eat, and kids that are 5 to 10 years of age, it's $8. You can eat it there. You can take it home. Friday Fish Fry, sponsored by the Knights of Columbus at the Sacred Heart Parish Hall from 4 to 7 Fridays, every Friday right now, actually, until March the 22nd, and everyone is welcome to attend. A toothbrush rug beginner class will be held this Thursday evening from 6 until 8 with Amy Terrell. You can join your friends at the Creative Arts Center for a fun rug-making, hands-on workshop. You'll learn an easy technique to make a rug with torn strips of fabric and a modified toothbrush. These rugs are quick to make and sewing is not required. In this class, you'll learn how to begin a toothbrush rug or table runner, then leave class with a small rug that you can either use as a trivet or continue to build at home as large as you want it to be. All projects are machine washable, dryable, and they'll last for a long time. No previous experience or skills are needed. This class is open to those 18 years of age and older, with at least 2 people needed to hold the class, and no more than 10 will be allowed to participate at one time. The cost is $20, and all supplies are included. Class registrations are on a first-come, first-served basis, with the online registrations under programs at the Creative Arts Center at SalemCommunityBetterment.com's website. This Friday night, Salem Eagles will be having an all-you-can-eat fish fry with all the fixins at $12 a plate. That'll be from 5 until 8 Friday night. And then if you want to stick around for some music, you can either perform it yourself or listen in with karaoke from 7 to 11 with Backwoods Productions. The Salem Eagles Club that eat in fish fry, it's $12 a plate with all the fixins, and then the karaoke from 7 to 11. All of the Eagles Club, which is located on Highway 32 West, past the airport going to the west, and it is on the north side of the highway. It's open to everybody, and they welcome everyone to come on out and enjoy some great fish as well as music at the Eagles Club Friday night. Salem Acoustic Jam will be held this Saturday at the Creative Arts Center at 6:30. Come on out, bring your instrument and join in, or just come to listen to the music and tap your feet. All types of music are played, and whether you're a beginner or a seasoned pro, everyone's welcome to participate. There is no charge to attend. A drawing from Life, Light, and Depth class will be held Monday morning from 10 until noon with Lexi Much. Drawing is a practiced skill and not an innate talent, and they'll be covering ways to practice and improve no matter what your current skill level is. Through still life drawings in pencil, charcoal, and ink, they'll hone their powers of observation and attention. Don't let old fears or wounds hold you back from making art today. A class for those who would like to hone their drawing skills and learn ways of achieving the illusion of 3D depth in their 2D work. They'll be focusing on the presence of light, shadows, and elements of creating depth in a drawing. All the skill levels are welcome. Come on out. The class is open to those who are 12 years of age and older. At least 3 people will need to sign up, and it will be limited to no more than 16. The cost is $25. This does include your supplies. Class registrations are on a first-come, first-served basis, with the online registrations under programs of the Creative Arts Center at SalemCommunityBetterment.com's website. And at the Salem Nutrition site today, they'll be serving up meatloaf with bread, mashed potatoes and gravy, roasted Brussels sprouts, and milk. That meal will be served from 11 till 12:30 today, and of course, everybody is welcome to come on out. All ages are welcome to come to the Salem Nutrition site. They will have a soup and salad bar. It's available at 10:30, and desserts also available for the menu. And again, it's always open to everyone. If you're 60 years of age and older, suggested contributions $5. If you're under the age of 60, it's $7. The Salem Nutrition site's located inside the Salem Senior Center at 604 North McGrath Lane. Should you have any questions or need more information, call 729-2373. Where their meal today at the Salem Nutrition site is meatloaf with bread, mashed potatoes and gravy, roasted Brussels sprouts, and milk. And don't forget that the menu can change without notice. And there you have it, a look at our civic record. It's a program of church and civic news and a mention of persons recently deceased. The civic record brought to you as a courtesy of all of us right here at KSMO Radio, your hometown radio station, and at Southtown. Southtown Furniture. It is where you're going to find incredible values in all departments. Wall to wall, end to end, floor to ceiling. They've got incredible values waiting for you today during their intense major sales event. These don't come along very often, and when they do come along, if you're going to be needing furniture or bedding or appliances or accessories, this is the time. Southtown Furniture in Salem with 10 to 60% off their already reduced prices. Southtown Furniture in Salem, truly where the bargains are. At KSMO Radio, we appreciate you being with us on your Tuesday morning. It's February 20th. We do have Tiger basketball tonight. They'll take on the St. Clair Bulldogs. 5:30 JV action. They'll go for their 20th win tonight. And the varsity will play right after that about 6:45 to 7 right here on KSMO Radio. Your hometown radio station starting things out with Tiger Talk and Coach Jared Patterson. At KSMO Salem, 1340 AM, 95.7. You're also streaming it online at KSMOradio.com, our KSMO Stream Facebook page, and KSMO YouTube. We appreciate you being with us no matter how you tuned into this morning. We do want to remind everybody who is streaming with us as well as listening live that our FFA Day, which we've done, I think almost 30 years now, we will have that this Friday. It can be heard on KSMO Radio AM 1340 and FM 95.7. We'll also video stream these interviews with the kids. That'll be held starting about 8:25, 8:30 in the morning and end close to 3 o'clock. It'll be a lot of fun. You'll get to hear a lot of great stories. Former FFA advisor Bob Parsons will be talking to these youngins, and they'll tell about their SAE projects, awards, record books, future plans, maybe their heritage in FFA. That's always, to me, kind of interests me. Maybe it's not for everybody, but when they talk about their parents and grandparents and their cousins or their brothers or their sisters that got them involved. That's kind of pretty cool that they got involved because of well, it's just tradition, maybe. You know, a lot of neat stuff comes out of our FFA interviews. Hope you can join us for those. Remember, they'll be on the radio, AM 1340, FM 95.7, and we'll video stream those as well on KSMO Media. That's KSMOradio.com, KSMO Stream Facebook, and KSMO YouTube. That's all coming up this Friday, starting about 8:25 on KSMO Media. All righty, keep it right here, KSMO, your hometown radio station, for news up next from the Missouri Net in just about 90 seconds.
Throughout its long and distinguished history, the FFA organization has provided leadership skills to countless youth in America. These youth, empowered with the skills learned through the FFA program, become valuable assets to their communities. Over the years, rural communities have gone through many changes. However, agricultural and its related enterprises remains a cornerstone of most of these towns. Without the agricultural and leadership skills provided by the FFA organization, there is no doubt that the face of rural America would be much different. At Riverways Federal Credit Union, we are proud to support the Salem FFA program and all it stands for. Thank you, FFA, for all you have done, and here's to an incredible future.
It's a mystery where Old Spice finds its amazing scents like Himalayan sea salt, but I'm thrilled they have because no other body wash exfoliates and moisturizes 24/7 like Old Spice Gentleman's Himalayan sea salt body wash. Now, if only there was a mountain range separating the Indian subcontinent from the Tibetan plateau where I could hide my Old Spice and keep my family from stealing it, my impossibly smooth skin will finally be safe.
72 Farm Center is not just your ordinary feed store. They carry all kinds of cattle, horse, chicken, and dog feed, just to name a few. It's a feed store that carries it all, like bulk garden seed, utility trailers, bush hogs, gates, panels, fencing, and much more. Plus, did you know that 72 Farm Center is a Tartar Farm and Ranch equipment dealer? If they don't have what you're looking for, they'll be glad to order it for you. 72 Farm Center is located 4 miles past the hospital on Highway 72, or call 729-8122. A proud supporter of the Salem FFA chapter.
Missouri Net News, I'm Marshall Griffin. The Missouri Senate is back at it again. After spending 2 days last week on an effort to make it tougher to change the state constitution, the plan returned to the upper chamber last night. Missouri Senate Democrats are blocking a vote on the proposal, including St. Louis Senator Carla May.
Republicans are not freedom. When you're trying to oppress people's vote, that's not freedom. That ain't freedom when you're trying to take away a person's right to make their own decision, a woman's right to decide her own health care. That is not freedom. That is oppression. And you oppressing them based on what? Why don't we take away your rights? How far are we going to go? Am I going to say you can't have tattoos?
Some Republicans have said it should be more difficult to make changes to the state constitution. Missouri has taken another step in its plans to widen Interstate 70. Missouri has selected a contractor to complete the first stretch of the project. MoDOT Project Director Jeff Gander says St. Charles-based Millstone Weber has been chosen to complete the 20-mile mid-Missouri stretch between Highway 63 in Columbia and Highway 54 in Kingdom City. He says keeping traffic moving is a leading reason for the selection of this company.
One thing they did commit to was for the rural section. Right now, I-70 is 2 lanes in each direction. They've committed to keeping 2 lanes of traffic flowing in both directions while they are constructing it. It will require some narrowing of some lanes and some shifting, but they are committed to keeping 2 lanes open in both directions while they build it.
The Mid-Missouri project could include about 300 workers. A Missouri House bill would cover the cost of hearing aids and cochlear implants for Medicaid patients in need of these items. Campbell Representative Cameron Parker is proposing the legislation. Current law covers the cost of hearing aids for eligible low-income children, pregnant women, and blind people. A Missouri House committee is considering the bill. And prosecutors are considering filing charges against the parents of the 2 juveniles involved in the fatal mass shooting at the Kansas City Chiefs Victory Parade last week. This is Missouri Net.
The 2024-2025 FAFSA, or Free Application for Student Aid, is now open. Filing your annual FAFSA is a necessary step in securing scholarships, grants, and student loans for your college student. Applications must be received by April 1 to qualify for the Access Missouri grant. Visit journeytocollege.mo.gov or studentaid.gov for more information. Sponsored by the Missouri Department of Higher Education and Workforce Development.
Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, safely drive that automobile. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel. Safely drive that automobile. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel.
The Missouri House has passed a crime-fighting package. Elisa Nelson reports.
It's the Senate's turn to take a look at a wide-ranging crime bill. The legislation would increase the minimum age a minor could be charged as an adult for any felony from 12 to 14 years old. It would clarify that 12 is the minimum age at which a minor could be on trial as an adult for certain offenses, such as first and second-degree murder and first-degree assault or robbery. The package also includes Blair's Law, which would create a criminal offense for firing gunshots in the air to celebrate. In addition, the plan would increase the punishment for harming or killing law enforcement animals. Joplin Republican Representative Lane Roberts is the bill sponsor. Elisa Nelson, Missouri Net.
Ameren, Missouri plans to build a natural gas power plant in St. Louis County. The price tag of the proposed Castle Bluff Energy Center is about $800 million. Ameren plans to use the plant as a backup source of energy when demand is high. This is Missouri Net.
It's back! The Salem Memorial Hospital Foundation invites everyone to the Dancing with the Salem Stars fundraiser Saturday, February 24th at 7 at the Salem R80 High School Gym. Table seating is available for $20 per person in advance or reserve a table. Bleacher seats will be available at the door for $10. Purchase your tickets in advance by calling 729-6626, extension 4005. The Dancing with the Salem Stars fundraiser Saturday, February 24th at the high school gym with the doors opening at 6:30. We'll see you there!
Let's take a look at that Salem Nutrition Center's menu for today on this Tuesday. They will be serving up lunch from 11 until 12:30, and it will feature meatloaf with bread, mashed potatoes and gravy, roasted Brussels sprouts, and milk. Now, lunch, as we mentioned, is served Monday through Friday. They didn't serve it yesterday due to President's Day, but they'll be back on track now. And don't forget, everybody, all ages, are welcome to eat at the Salem Nutrition site. Suggested cost for those 60 and above, $5. If you're under the age of 60, the meal will be $7 at the Salem Nutrition site, located inside the Salem Senior Center at 604 North McGrath Lane. Remember, every age, everybody's welcome to come and eat. They have a soup and salad bar. It's available at 10:30, and dessert is also available on a daily basis. Again, our meal today at the Salem Nutrition site is meatloaf with bread, mashed potatoes and gravy, roasted Brussels sprouts, and milk. And don't forget that the menu can change without notice. If you have any questions, call 729-2373. Every weekday, we bring you that Salem Nutrition Center's menu as a courtesy of KSMO Radio. AP News is coming up next, and then sports on the Missouri Net on KSMO 1340 AM 95.7 FM.
What time is it? It's tax time. It's that time of the year to get your taxes done. And if you're not sure where to take them, you need to take them to Tax Masters at 107 West 4th Street in downtown Salem, where they can handle all of your certified e-filing and also can help you with your accounting services, bookkeeping, and payroll, and they have over 40 years of experience. To make an appointment, call Tax Masters at 729-3001. Don't be a slave to the IRS. Come see Tax Masters at 107 West 4th Street in downtown Salem, a proud supporter of the FFA chapter.
KSMO Salem.
This is AP News. I'm Rita Foley.
More weather troubles for California, heavy rain, fierce wind, and more. And that's in addition to what they've already gotten. The AP's Jennifer King has this.
5 to 10 inches of rain turned placid streams into raging torrents. Ethan Ragsdale with the Santa Barbara Police Department spoke with KEY-TV.
Please stay away from the creeks. They're absolutely dangerous. It is swiftly flowing water.
With a forecast of 2 to 3 feet of snow accumulation, the National Weather Service advised motorists to postpone travel in the Sierra Nevada mountains above 6,800 feet. The front is stalled in Southern California today, with flood concerns increasing and rain reaching Las Vegas and southwestern Utah as the day progresses. I'm Jennifer King.
Next hour, the UN Security Council votes on a resolution demanding an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. But the U.S. plans to veto it.
U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Linda Thomas-Greenfield, confirmed that the vote will be vetoed. She says it may interfere with ongoing U.S. efforts to arrange a ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas. That deal could see at least a 6-week halt to hostilities and the release of all hostages. In a surprise move ahead of the vote, the United States circulated a rival UN Security Council resolution that would support a temporary ceasefire in Gaza linked to the release of all hostages and call for the lifting of all restrictions on the delivery of humanitarian aid. I'm Karen Chamas.
The mother of Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny is asking President Putin to see to it that his body is released to her so she can bury him. This morning, the Kremlin says any accusation that Putin had Navalny killed is unfounded and insolent. Which country has the highest unemployment rate in the world? The answer? South Africa. And there's word this morning that the unemployment rate there has climbed even higher. It's 32.1%. This is AP News. Now to a dramatic rescue in Florida by a sheriff's deputy.
A speeding motorcyclist sped past at over 100 miles an hour as Charlotte County Deputy Sergeant Dave Musgrove was traveling on a state highway on February 8th. Seconds later, the motorcyclist slammed into a car, their body landing in the car on top of small children in the back seat. Musgrove pulled a toddler from a booster seat.
I'm trying to help you.
He flagged a passerby to help him.
I need you to hold this little girl, please.
He then worked to free the baby. But the baby was not moving. Musgrove then performed chest compressions on the baby.
I just heard her breathe.
Paramedics arrived and confirmed.
On the infant? Yeah. On an infant? Yeah. There's a pulse? Yeah. Okay. Can you tell, Mom?
I'm Lisa Dwyer.
And I'm Rita Foley, AP News.
If you have sold your own home and you need help with a real estate closing or you need title insurance, drop by Steelman Abstract and Title Company in Salem. Their offices are located at 402 North Iron Street right on the Courthouse Square, or call them at 729-6183 for more information. You can also email them at steelabs@finnet.com. Steelman Abstract and Title Company, a proud supporter of the Salem FFA chapter.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
Check out these great deals at K&H Auto Supply. Master Pro Red Spray Grease for $9.99. Mechanics Wear Fast Fit Black Work Gloves for $14.99 a pair. And a Performance Tool 120-volt LED drop light for $26.99. K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store right here in Salem.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
This Missouri Net Sports Report is presented by Mango, Missouri's natural gas operators, reminding you that natural gas is flammable and dangerous if there's a leak. If you smell gas, leave fast.
Missouri Net Sports and Bill Pollock. The Blues gave up 3 goals in the third period of their 4-2 loss to the Toronto Maple Leafs at home. Drew Bannister called it a sloppy game.
We made 3 mistakes that cost us. The first goal, we got caught on the wrong side of the puck, for end of the puck there. That play probably doesn't develop. We take the penalty. They score on the power play, but it was miscoverage. The third goal's a turnover on the power play, so we made 3 mistakes, and they made us pay on them.
The Blues host the Islanders Thursday. Mizzou begins their search for a new athletic director after Desiree Reed-Francois stepped down to go to her alma mater, Arizona. The move comes just days after the university decided to put together an oversight committee to monitor the athletic department for any big changes. And it could be another tough night ahead for Mizzou basketball. The Tigers are hosting number 5 Tennessee. The Vols come in with a 9-3 mark in SEC play, and they've won their last 2 games by an average of 32 points. The Tigers are 0-12 in conference play. And the St. Louis Billikens aim to avoid their third straight loss when they visit Duquesne. SLU at the bottom of the A-10 with a 2-10 conference record. Spring training, first full team workouts were yesterday. Royals manager Matt Quattrero is looking for more at-bats and contributions from 26-year-old Vinny Pasquantino over 2 seasons and 133 games. Vinny has 19 homers and is hitting .272, a nice combo for Q.
He's a dangerous threat power-wise, but he also is a contact guy at the same time, which is very rare. And to stabilize the middle of the order with another left-handed bat is something that we really need.
NFL teams have tough decisions to make today. The franchise tag window opens at 3 o'clock. A potential franchise tag could be coming to Chiefs cornerback L'Jarius Sneed. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
Want to
get out of just about anything and look like an earth-saving hero? Just use the environment excuse. High school reunion? Sorry, can't. Planetary obligations. Unfortunate bridesmaid's dress? Unfortunately, you promised the climate you'd buy more vintage. Chauffeuring teens? The earth really needs them to hoof it. The environment is always the best excuse. Find your out and opt in to Cutting Carbon. Just visit theenvironmentexcuse.org. Brought to you by WildAid.
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply. Produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
You try.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out, but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again, or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events. Make sure you have the right policy for each of life's wins.
A life event could qualify you for a discount. Call me, Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance agent, and we will make sure you have the coverage you need.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. In addition to everything else going on, they have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters, and that's why it's so important to hire someone that has those skills.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. 600 Kelwood Parkway, Suite 310, Town and Country, Missouri, 63017. CordellCordell.com.
This is St. Louis Blues broadcaster Chris Kerber inviting you to follow all the exciting action of St. Louis Blues hockey this season. If you can't make it to the game, the next best thing is being there listening here on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO Radio in Salem, Missouri. Your radio home for the St. Louis Blues.
Blues will be back in action Thursday, and they take on the Islanders after losing a matinee game yesterday 4-2. And we'll have it at 6:30 Thursday night. 7 o'clock game time, the Blues and the Islanders Thursday night. At KSMO, forecast calls for lots of sunshine today. Should be a real good day. High about 64 degrees. Winds southerly to 5 to 10 miles an hour throughout the day today. Our skies remain clear tonight, low of 40 with southerly winds at 5 to 10, maybe a little bit below that, 38 or so. Then for Wednesday, partly sunny with a high of 68. Winds will be out of south, a little bit stronger than today at 10 to 15 and gusting up to 20 miles an hour. For Wednesday night, the clouds will be rolling in with a 3 in 10 chance of rain developing, especially after midnight. Low of 49 with southerly winds 15 to 20, gusting to 25. Showers are likely during the morning Thursday and into the afternoon. Then we could see some partly sunny skies and a high still of 65. With southerly winds at 10 to 15 miles an hour in the morning, moving to the northwest by the afternoon. Chance of getting rain Thursday morning is 60%. 50-50 chance of lingering showers into the early evening Thursday, then clearing out with a low of 36, and then sunny on Friday, high of 58. 33 degrees what we have right now at KSMO Radio. We have plenty of sunshine. We've got a little bit of high, thin cloudiness out there in some areas, not everywhere. We have 5-mile-an-hour winds out of south. We have 80% relative humidity. Pressure continues to move up at 30.22 inches, and it feels like 28 right now at KSMO, your hometown radio station. Coming up next, time for agribusiness news, brought to you by your friends right here at KSMO Radio, your hometown radio station. We appreciate you being along with us right here on KSMO. And, of course, your friends right here at KSMO Salem, 1340 AM and 95.7. Want to remind you to keep it right here for Tiger basketball tonight against the St. Clair Bulldogs. That's right here on KSMO. Let's get to that agribusiness news next. The Missouri Report. It is the Brownfield Agribusiness News on KSMO Radio. Good morning.
I'm Kara Hart with Ag News on Brownfield. Follow our coverage of the 2024 National Ethanol Conference this week right here and at brownfieldagnews.com. To learn more about America's ethanol industry, go to ethanolrfa.org. The U.S. ethanol industry is taking steps to overcome regulatory hurdles and become a top feedstock for sustainable aviation fuel. Ag Secretary Tom Vilsack is expected to address that later today at the National Ethanol Conference. A bipartisan group of lawmakers sent a letter to the Secretary and other agencies last week asking for support of an updated life cycle model called GREET for U.S. ethanol. In the letter, lawmakers said the updated GREET model must be completed and implemented by March 1st, and if not, biofuel producer investments will remain on hold. Secretary Vilsack is scheduled to speak about 9:45 Pacific Time. A fertilizer market expert says U.S. supplies could get tight if spring field work continues at a strong pace across the Midwest. Josh Linville says the system usually plans for spring applications to pick up around mid-March, and last fall was one of the strongest application seasons in recent history.
Our fall run on anhydrous, we think, was the third largest run since the year 2000, and we emptied the system. But because it was so good, because it was so spread out, that means we ended the fall season very, very low on inventory sitting in tanks. And there is only so much logistical capacity to move products and get the system refilled.
He tells Brownfield the system was going to struggle to refill supplies in a normal spring, and if supplies get tighter, fertilizer prices will increase. Linville says farmers should stay in touch with their local retailer. The vice president of farm services at NAU Country Insurance says he's expecting lower guarantees for revenue protection insurance this month. Rich Morrison says the base price isn't finalized until the end of February, and currently
corn, it looks like we're going to be down maybe $1.20 from a year ago. But last year was an aberration, of course. We had $5.91 corn. We had $13.72 soybeans this year. Again, it looks like corn's going to be $1 plus lower, and soybeans maybe $2 plus lower than last year.
He says the lower base price probably won't discourage farmers from choosing the revenue protection, but the reason for choosing it might be different from last year.
Last year, most people were looking at coverages as a way to lock in a profit margin, and we had some, over cost of production last year. You had some good opportunities to lock in a good profit margin. And this year, I think we're looking at similar types of policies, but just trying to cover cost of production this year.
The deadline for Midwest farmers to sign up for revenue protection is March 15th. I'm Kara Hart for Brownfield.
This spotlight on soybeans is brought to you by Missouri soybean farmers and their checkoff. The new soybean breeder at the Fisher Delta Center is Fung Lin, who says he's part of a directional shift working with the Missouri Soybean Merchandising Council.
Based on our alignment with the MSMC, our breeding program will be more focused on half conventional and half herbicide traits. And our herbicide traits will mainly focus on Extend and Extend Flex.
Lynn says he looks forward to working with colleagues on behalf of Missouri soybean growers.
I'm very excited. We have an excellent team here, and we are ready to know those new concepts and explore the new ways to benefit our farmers.
Fung Lin is based at the Fisher Delta Research Center. Learn more at mosoy.org from Missouri soybean farmers and their checkoff.
It's back! The Salem Memorial Hospital Foundation invites everyone to the Dancing with the Salem Stars fundraiser Saturday, February 24th at 7 at the Salem R80 High School Gym. Table seating is available for $20 per person in advance or reserve a table. Bleacher seats will be available at the door for $10. Purchase your tickets in advance by calling 729-6626, extension 4005. The Dancing with the Salem Stars fundraiser Saturday, February 24th at the high school gym with the doors opening at 6:30. We'll see you there!
The Cardinals magazine, the care and quality of its presentation, the thick paper, the glossy photographs, and photographs from Stan Musial to Lou Brock to Jim Edmonds to the present-day players, the Cardinal tradition, the history. It will put you right there in Busch Stadium behind home plate like no other magazine. And it's easy to start a subscription. Just call 314-345-9000 or visit cardinals.com/magazine.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
It's Winter Car Care at K&H Auto Supply, where you'll find great deals on Park City Conventional 5 quarts of motor oil and MicroGuard filter, $26.99. Hot Shot Secret Diesel Fuel Additive for $17.99. And Lucas High Mileage Fuel Treatment for $8.99. That's at K&H Auto Supply, your Park City Auto Parts store.
Park City, yeah, Park City, Park City.
The 2024-2025 FAFSA, or Free Application for Student Aid, is now open. Filing your annual FAFSA is a necessary step in securing scholarships, grants, and student loans for your college student. Applications must be received by April 1 to qualify for the Access Missouri grant. Visit journeytocollege.mo.gov or studentaid.gov for more information. Sponsored by the Missouri Department of Higher Education and Workforce Development.
Save on everyday items with digital coupons at